Hey Black family, thank you for clicking to watch this video. I will not say much in the beginning, but let's watch these videos which are courtesy of Motive Reaction. You can visit his channel to support and also to watch the videos in full. I'll come back guys at the end of this video with some reaction and analysis. Let's watch these videos guys.
In 2 weeks, I'm done. You want to talk about regretting your vote? In 2 weeks, I went from the highest high to being unemployed. Lost my job last night, got a phone call. The repercussions of what Elon Musk are doing with the USAID has real repercussions for real people. For the last 7 years, I have been a shift lead on Project Bus, where we study to find out if the wheels on the bus went round and round or not. And all of a sudden, Elon, who's not even elected, gets in, and I'm out of a job. What do I tell my family? What do I tell my kids? This isn't a joke. This USAID stuff is not a joke, man. It's affecting real people. And the worst part is, what if we never figure out? What if we never figure out if, in fact, the wheels on the bus do go round and round?
We are going to play defense. There are 2 special elections that are going to happen in Florida in April. And if we can win those 2 seats, we can tie up the House of Representatives and we can stop every piece of legislation that the Trump administration tries to put through. Now, I'm going to tag Hawk. He's a friend of mine on TikTok. Him and his brother are coming out with a comprehensive plan of action items that we can do to help in this special election. Please go follow him, but I'll be sharing as many of his tips as possible. So 10%, less than 10% of registered voters show up to special elections. So even though these areas are deeply red, we can win them. We can win these seats if we actually show up. So the first thing I want you to do is to call the DNC, 202-863-8000. I want you to call them and tell them you want them to put money and resources towards these 2 races, because right now they've done nothing. And we need to advocate for these 2 seats. So please share this video, follow along. You can follow Hawk, and we will come back with more and more tips that you can do. But make this phone call today. Thank you.
We have some big news right now. While you were sleeping, a federal judge in New York handed Donald Trump and Elon Musk a huge loss in court. A judge blocked any access to any Treasury Department payment system for Elon Musk and any Doge employee, any special government employee, any political appointee. The federal judge did this temporarily, at least until February 14th, until another judge can hear the full merits of a case pending filed by a number of states' attorneys general. The federal judge also immediately ordered anyone who has had access to destroy any and all documents and records associated with their access. This decision was handed down at like 3 a.m. in the morning. It is a significant loss for Elon Musk and Doge, because even though they may have only had vote read-only access for a period of time, 2 Doge employees did have access to sensitive Treasury Department payment system, and well, now they're not allowed to. A federal judge is completely blocking that. I'll do a full breakdown of what this all means on my Substack this morning, so be sure to subscribe to the link in my bio. As always, comment below your thoughts, spread the word, and follow along to stay updated on all the news you need to know about. There'll be more to come soon.
Question for everyone. So if Elon Musk and Doge are saying that our federal funds should not be used for school, for disaster relief, that everything should be pushed down to the state, and why are we paying federal taxes? We're paying federal income tax for what? For war? For you to build a new resort in Gaza? For you to pay the billionaires more money by giving them extended taxes? For all of the billionaires' pet projects to supply grants to Elon Musk and his Tesla company and to his Space Force? Is that what our federal funds are for? Just for Trump and his pet projects? I frankly don't want to pay federal income tax anymore. I'll pay state if that's how he wants to go.
You want to know the real reason for Elon Musk's hostile takeover of the federal government? It's not about free speech or draining the swamp. It's not even about cutting waste. It's about money and power, and Elon has billions at stake. Let me explain. The truth is, Elon owes almost his entire wealth to the American taxpayers. His 2 primary companies, Tesla and SpaceX, got started and survived with massive assistance from government contracts, policies, and loans. Today, Elon Musk's companies hold more than $15 billion in federal contracts. Through these companies, Musk interacts with nearly every government agency, but despite being one of the top welfare queens of federal contracts, not all of those interactions are friendly. For example, one of the agencies Musk has infiltrated and all but dismantled is USAID, the agency that oversees strategic aid around the globe. Last year, the Inspector General at USAID launched an investigation into the agency's relationship with Musk's company, Starlink, and their presence in Ukraine. And shortly after dismantling the agency, Musk bragged that he was, quote, putting USAID through the wood chipper. Then there's the FAA, which has fined SpaceX for neglecting safety regulations at their launch sites, only 4 months later, as SpaceX rocket exploded minutes after leaving the launch pad. Musk has since forced the FAA administrator out of his job and is now digging into the agency's national aviation system. These are just a couple of the dozens of conflicts of interest Musk has in his new role as our co-president. On top of the billions he stands to earn from dismantling agencies that regulate his business, Musk is laying the groundwork for Trump to pass a massive tax cut for billionaires and big corporations. But don't worry, the Trump White House says that Musk will police his own conflicts of interest in his new role.
Hello. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, today I offer up verbatim. The Orange Bloated Donut put out this post yesterday. It makes me physically ill. Are you ready? Here we go. Bear with me. At my direction, we are going to make the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. great again. I have decided to immediately terminate multiple individuals from the board of trustees, including the chairman, who do not share our vision for a golden age in arts and culture. We will soon announce a new board with an amazing chairman, Donald J. Trump. Last year, the Kennedy Center featured drag shows specifically targeting our youth. This will stop. That's all bullshit, by the way. The Kennedy Center is an amazing jewel and must reflect the brightest stars on its stage from all across our nation. What are you going to have? You going to do plays with Sylvester Stallone, Mel Gibson, and that other twat? Can't think of his name. Angelina Jolie's dead. For the Kennedy Center, the best is yet to come. Okay, let me tell you something. For someone like me, who was in the entertainment industry and considers himself somewhat of an artist, and who still does participate in said entertainment industry, I couldn't think of a worse person to be involved with the Kennedy Center. This, in my opinion, is absolutely fucking hideous. You enjoy your day.
I wanted to add a little bit more nuance to the video where this comment is from. So essentially, the history of democracy is not really as much of a successful one as I feel like we're brought up to believe, at least here in America. Democracies rise and fall all throughout history. It happens a lot. So when European settlers broke off from Europe and came over to America and, founded it or whatever, they drew up the Declaration of Independence and wrote the Constitution and everything. They looked at history, at the democracies that came before them, what made them strong and what brought about their downfall. So specifically in the United States, our Declaration of Independence, our Constitution, our laws, our everything. The founding fathers wrote all of that with the past in mind. And they said, we don't want to slip into tyranny like it's happened in democracies before. I mean, for God's sake, we saw the Yahtzee party rise through elections. They were elected at first. Of course, not everybody knew what they were going to do, but that's the point. They didn't run on this platform of, we're going to do all these awful things. They ran on a platform that sounded a lot like Mr. Dumpy Trumpies. So when our founding fathers drew up everything that would make America what it is, they did it all with this stuff in mind. That is why, likely in school growing up, you heard so much about all of our checks and balances and how all the different branches of government are essentially equal and the power is distributed equally. Again, they did this because they knew what too much power in one part of government could potentially lead to. And with that in mind, because we are so protected, we are sort of an experimental nation. The world has never seen a democracy, or, some of y'all get really cranky and want me to call it a republic. They have never seen a government like this before, at least up until the point that it was created. So yes, theoretically, legally, there are all these protections in place that keep power checked. But like I said, our country is ultimately an experiment. There could be ways to take us down still. We don't know. But from a strictly legal perspective, the stuff that DJT and Elon Musk are doing, it is illegal. So I guess now it's just a matter of, will the people that we elected to put in charge to keep those checks and balances in place, are they going to do their job? We see people, like I mentioned in this video, like federal judges are doing their job and they're upholding the law, upholding the Constitution, telling DJT and Elon Musk, okay, y'all can't do that. That's illegal. We're stopping that right now. What I meant to be like a short clarification video ended up being me rambling about even more stuff. But yeah, I wanted to provide a little bit more context because I know there are going to be people in the comments in this video being like, well, you don't know. Anything could happen. Which, yeah, anything could happen. That is very true. But legally, what should happen, and knowing history, we are very protected. And it would take, I think, a whole lot for the destruction of the American democracy specifically to actually happen.
Have you seen what the Arab American group is rebranding themselves as after Trump decided to turn Gaza into the Riviera of the Middle East? Yeah, the Arab Americans for Trump is now going to be Arab Americans for peace. How stupid. How stupid. Like, fool me once, Shame on you. Did they not see what he did his first presidency? How he did those no-fly lists and we're banning people from coming into the country and all these different types of things, and you thought he was going to be good for the Middle East? Are you out of your mind? Now, fool you twice, it's a shame on you. You guys helped elect Donald Trump. Swing states of Michigan, Arizona, places like that with larger populations of Arab Americans, and you decided to use your platform either by stumping with Donald Trump or reaching out to voters in the community or using this platform, TikTok, right here, to tell people either to not vote for Kamala Harris, stay home and not vote at all, or worse, vote for Donald Trump. So yeah, you're going to rebrand yourselves from Arab Americans for Donald Trump to Arab Americans
Hey,
for
yo, my
peace?
people, let's continue with these videos. Let me just put my analysis across these videos, guys. So you have watched all the videos, guys. I hope you have followed up through with in each and every video. It has a specific message that it is delivering, and one of the outstanding things that is coming out from these all videos combined, it is how Donald Trump and Elon Musk have scammed the people. They have fooled them. They fooled them, guys. Just like Africa and especially Kenya was fooled, during the elections, and to vote in large numbers. That is the exact and same thing that is happening for the people, the MAGA people, the people that are there saying "Make America Great Again." But now you can see what is happening. They thought that this is just the major effect will be on the black people, but little did they know, guys. Little did they know that when the economic is tough, it is tough for every person, and they did not check it. They did not sit out with the black people to analyze what is the challenges of voting this person, what is the challenges of being, following these masses. They trashed Kamala Harris and Biden, for the advice, and because they were fed up with the government, their government, but they could have listened, they could have just tried to look what is it gonna be like. But now they are coming out to cry, and it is that season of the FAFO, guys. They effed around, and now they are finding out, guys. And what can we do? It is just to watch them cry. And the black people, what the black people are doing, they are saying enough of these people's crying. Let them now suffer. Let them take the same cup, that they expected us to take, and this is all what the black people are saying. We know you people, you thought that it shall be well for you and we shall be the victims, but we are in this all together. So cry, 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 babies. Black people are just saying that these are just crying babies, so let them drink, they are from their own cup. They did it for themselves. They voted against their own interest, thinking that they were voting against the black people. But anyway, guys, that is how it is. Please consider subscribe to this channel. My name is Sems Kajambi from Africa. Hey, I had to come, guys. I had to come back, guys, to show you one of the most interesting comment that I came across today. This one says, "You cannot spell felon without Elon," and you cannot spell hatred without the red hat, guys. You saw that man in the beginning of the video throw away the red hat. You know what it means. Anyway, guys, and this one says, "It is incredible to watch Bannon and Loma start to realize they have been played in real time." Guys, the MAGA people, they are played. Hey, I'm out, guys. See you in my next one. And don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when I'm back. See you, guys.